welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tasha, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing the new Wet n Wild and Pac-Man collection, and it is a super cute collection and I can't wait to show it off to you guys. And be sure to please like and subscribe and hit the little notification bell, and we'll jump right into this. So in today's video we're going to be using the new Wet n Wild and Pac-Man collection, and in the collection you have an eyeshadow palette. You have, it says Pac-Man Game Over Color Palette, and it's a limited edition palette. This was like really hard to find. Me and my boyfriend searched all over. We went to so many different Walgreens, and I ended up finding this at Ulta. Each of these pieces I had to find at all different locations. They pretty much sold out everywhere I went, so I had to buy it piece by piece. But this is the Wet n Wild Pac-Man High Score Blush Palette. And it's so cute. It has all these little fruits on there. You got your little cherries, the strawberry, the orange and stuff, the little apples. That's so cute how they did that. They have these little power blush lighter palettes, and this packaging is so cute. It looks like the little map of the game. If you've ever played Pac-Man, which I don't know who has never played Pac-Man, but it's like the little map. And they also have the power bronzer palettes too, which look like this. It looks like the same thing as the blush lighters, which basically it's like a blush illuminator, so you can put this over the blushes in here. Even though some of them have shimmer, you can put the blush lighter over it. This is kind of like a 2-in-1, like a blush topper slash highlighter, so you can use this as a highlighter if you want. And then the bronzer palettes, they look kind of shimmery, so they might be like a bronzer illuminator. If you can see, they're just like little balls in there. They look kind of illuminating, but we'll see when we put them on the face, because it can be deceiving sometimes. We have the thing that everybody's been buying the most is the Wet n Wild Pac-Man brushes. And I still have mine in the case, but I'm going to take it out and show you guys. The brush, it has this cute little map thing. I know that doesn't really matter, but it has a cute little map thing where the brush was sitting on top of. Powder brush, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's Waka 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 powder brush. And the brush is super soft. It has black, and the tip of it is yellow, which I think is really cute. And then in here you have these cute little glittery things, and if you look inside, they're little Pac-Mans. Like the yellow things are Pac-Mans, and the other ones are just like circles. I guess those represent the ghosts, but it's just like super cute. Then you got the Waka 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 eyeshadow brush. It's like a good, this would be good for packing on color. I'll try it with blending it, but I think this would be better for packing on your eyeshadow. And then it has the cute little glitteries in here too. These little things, I was trying to open them while I was filming at the same time. It's a bonus fruit lip balm, and it's red. Looks like an apple. And then we got the bonus fruit lip scrub. And when you take them out of the packaging, they look like the little fruits in Pac-Man. Like, this is like a little green apple. Like, how cute is that? And that was the green apple. That was the lip scrub. And then the red one, I believe, is the red one is the lip balm. And I was able to find, these are still available at every location I went. People aren't as excited for these, but I think these are super cute just to have. Like, look how cute this is. Like, the little detail with the green stem and the little red thing. I don't know if this is an apple. I think this one's the cherry, and then the green one is an apple or something. Well, they're fruit. Whatever they are, they're fruit. They're whatever you want them to be. They could be cherries, they could be apples. But this looks like a little cherry. And that's so cute. And then the last thing that I got was all the ghost glosses that they came out with, which I think is so cute. They all say Ghost Gloss Brilliant on here. I'll just use this one for an example. Ghost Gloss Brilliant. And then this one is like a peachy shade, which is in the shade Clyde, which is one of the name of the ghosts. And then you have Pinky. And if you notice the lids on here, all the lids have like the little Pac-Man map when you play the game when he eats the ghost. All the lids have these. Which this is Inky. Same packaging, just a blue shade. Blinky, which is this pretty red shade. And for the price of these and how great the consistency of these are a great find. And it's almost like a lipstick consistency, but in a tube, if that makes sense. It's like a nice, real creamy consistency. And it's a little bit thicker than a gloss, I would say. And they have them just in regular ones if you don't want the Pac-Man collection, because these are, like I said, these are really hard to find right now unless you order them offline. If you look at, now say if you look at all the ones that are embedded in the actual palette, you see all the colors. Like you got the pinky one, you got the orangey one, you got the more like, it's not really red, it's like a burnt orange, so that could pay off with that. But I feel like since they have these all like pressed in here like this, and each one has the corresponding one, I feel like they should have corresponded each color to the lip one in the corners where the ghosts are, if that makes sense of what I'm trying to say. So each ghost one that's embedded in here should have corresponded with like the color of the lipstick. I thought would be cute. But other than that, I think this is a really cute palette. It has like a bunch of fun colors. So 7 of them are matte and 2 are shimmers. The only shimmers that are in this palette is the orange in this top corner and this. It's not like a white, it's like a, it's hard to describe. It's like a pale, almost like a pale white gold, if that makes sense. I went to Ulta and I picked up some stuff I haven't tried, so I'm also going to be doing like a first impressions on those as well. I picked up the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation, and I've got the shade F1 120. This is a matte formula, and I do have dry skin, but I swatched it on my arm, and it's still on my arm right here. I swatched it, and I've been like rubbing at it, and like it's been staying in place. Like nothing is making this budge, and it's just a swatch. So if that could just stay on my face like that and not move or slip around, that would be fantastic. Because it's really like hot and humid here in Missouri, and some days, I mean, I love to have a dewy, glowy foundation, but some days when it's super hot and humid, I need a matte foundation to keep everything in place, because I sweat here and like right here in my T-zone, but everything else on my face doesn't sweat. So just here around my nose and right here around my mouth sweats. But I just wanted to give it a go and see how I liked it for myself, because everyone has different skin, and if you don't try something, you won't know if you like it until you try it. So I'm going to go ahead and try this for my face. I pop, and I was super excited when I went into Ulta, and I picked up the No Filter Concealer. I got 2 shades. I got the shade Fair 00, and then I got the shade Fair 04, and I might mix the two to see how I like those. I needed an eyebrow pencil because I was out, so I picked up the Brow Boss from ColourPop, and then I got the shade Taupe in this cute little white pencil. It has a spoolie on one side, and the other side has the corresponding color right here. I needed an eyebrow pencil anyway, and this was one of the cheapest options at Ulta. So I went ahead and grabbed that just to try it out, because I've been wanting to try ColourPop stuff for so long. I feel like I am so far behind on trying ColourPop. And I also picked up this Morphe brush right here, this buffing blending brush. It's the M439 brush. So I picked this up as well, and it's like a good dense packing buffing brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on my face. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eyebrows. And sorry if I'm looking down, I'm looking in my mirror just to make sure. And it has like a nice good tip on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just fill in my brows real quick. So far the eyebrows looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera and do the other eye and then prime my lids and come back on and try the eyeshadow palette. Okay, so I went ahead and primed my eyelids using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in 00, and it's like a pure white color, which I kind of like. So a secret to doing a color for eyeshadow, and if you're a beginner too, to try to get the most color payoff, I have that white concealer on. My color might show up more vibrantly than if I was just to do it on its own. So what I'm going to do in the Pacman palette, I think I'm going to take the transition shade that I have in here. Take that, and it coated my brush really well. So take that and put that on the eyelid. You can see it on camera, but it's like super pigmented. I'll go ahead and like build that up. It's like super like opaque and pigmented. Like, that is amazing. And this eyeshadow palette was like only like $10 or something, so it wasn't that expensive. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. So sometimes I intentionally bring it down just so I can clean it up the way I want to, because my eyes are two different shapes, so I try to keep it messy, that way I can like clean it up to match the other eye shape, if that makes sense. This is blending so like good on the eye. Like, it looks amazing. Like, you see that, don't you? Like, that is like a lot of color payoff I want to do. I might take that yellow shade, the actual Pacman shade itself, because in the pan that shade didn't look that orange, but when you put it on your eye, it's pretty like it's like a brown orange, if you can see that. Then go back in with my transition shade and go over it. Just take that deeper orange shade in the palette and go over it. Sorry for the lighting, I'm sitting in front of a window and the lighting keeps like fluctuating. Oh yeah, so I went in that with that deeper orange and packed that on top of the other, in front of the transition shade. Some kickback on that yellow shade. The yellow shade has quite a bit of kickback. I think I'm gonna take that shimmery orange shade and I'm gonna pop that on my lid. Ooh, that orange, I don't know if it's picking up like that on camera. It's a little crumbly. Ooh, that is pretty. Yeah, it just takes a little finessing to get it on the eye pretty good. The orange, like once you get it on your actual eyelid, that's a real pretty orange. That's what everything's looking like. It's blending really good. That orange shade is super pretty. I might go back over here and intensify this side again. Yeah, because sometimes when you blend back and forth, it dulls out the color, so you might have to go back in and like reapply the color every once in a while. Clean that up. See how that cleaned it up real good? And like, boom. That's why sometimes I'm intentionally messy on my eyes. That way when I go back and clean it up, it helps me create the shape that I want. I try to focus it on the corner of my eye and bring it outward. That way, because when my eyes are hooded, so you can only see like this more outside color once I look at you like this. So if I'm looking at you straight on, you can only see this. So I try to focus my color right here. Play in that blush palette from the Wet n Wild collection. 3 of these have like a sheen shimmer in it, like this top one does, this top one, and this one down here. The only one that doesn't have like a sheen is this one. So I'm gonna take this one up here, this shade, try that on my cheek. I have just like a random blush brush that I have, and then I'm going to tap that on the cheek. Oh, that's a real pinky blush, so I might have to go back in with another color and mix it. And I had a lot of, I don't know if it's the brush that I used, but I had a lot of fallout. I'm gonna use this one down here and go over it. I think I'm gonna use the bronzer one. I should have did the bronzer first, but this little Wet n Wild contour brush and dip into these. And you get decent color coming off. Like you got a good color payoff. So I'm gonna take it, put it. Ooh. Yeah, it's not as super sheeny as I thought it was gonna be. It's a decent color, but I don't think this would work on deeper skin tones. I think it would work around some of my skin tone, or maybe a little bit lighter, and maybe even medium could get away with it. But if you I take the blush toppers and put the blush toppers on top of the blush that we used. And they're the pinky ones, like this color. Which that's a real pretty blush topper color. I'm just gonna take my fluffy brush. Ooh, you get color coming off, so. So this is like a highlighter. Gives you a real nice like sheeny pink tone. Is more for like a highlighter instead of a blush, unless you just want to use this as your blush to get a sheen from it. But I wouldn't put this, because I already went too heavy because I put too much blush on, but I wouldn't put this as a topper because I don't know, I would just use this as a highlight. Take a highlighting brush and just use this as like a pinkier highlight on your blush. It's a real cute concept, like a break from the face, and try out the green lip scrub. And it smells so good. It smells like if you eat Sour Patch Kids. It's like a sugary scrub, and it tastes really good. It feels real like, I know it's a scrub, but it feels really nice and nourishing. It had a little like sugary stuff in it. But it also made my lips like super soft afterwards. This little cherry lip balm before I put on the actual lip glosses, and it comes in a pot like this. Oh, and it smells like if you had them old chapsticks, like the cherry chapsticks. You guys know what I'm talking about, like the smuckery ones. These are just clear. They don't really taste like anything either. They're just like a clear like lip balm. So I went ahead and popped the shade on that is Blinky, this red shade. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all the other shades in the collection for you. It's Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde. Which that one is the most neutral, I would say. Right there. I'm like the shades swatched on my hand, and this one is Blinky on my lips. I wanted to do the red one to see how the red one wears. It's really comfortable. My lips are probably uneven, but it's alright. And I went ahead and threw that shimmery shade in my inner corner and put some mascara. I use the Roller Lash mascara for my eyes. If you do pick this up collection for yourself, the eyeshadow palette is a good quality eyeshadow palette. You might have to work with some of the shades, like the shimmery shades were kind of chunky, so you might have to work with those a little bit. And I recommend doing your eyes first before doing your face, because the chunks are they're not big chunks, but they will fall on your face. You'll get glitter on your face, so I recommend doing your eyes first. I really liked these ones right here, the bronzer palettes and the blush highlighter palettes, blush lighter palettes or whatever. These ones I think were really good. These are like really, I think these are more underrated than create like a supery sheen on your face. Like the bronzer one, it doesn't create that much of a sheen as I thought it would. It's a good consistency on that. And on the blush lighter, I would use this as a highlighter, or if you're not putting on regular blush, I would use this instead and just have like a sheen on your face, which would be really pretty. Lip glosses, I recommend the lip glosses because for the price of these and how good they are, these are really, really cute, and I think these would be a nice collector item even if you don't wear these. So I'd recommend picking these up because they're just super, super cute, and why not have these in your collection? The brushes that I used were really, really good. I feel like they should have came out with more brushes, because when I went to the store, that's all everybody talked about. They sold out first was the brushes. Luckily, I found these in, I had to go to a couple different Walgreens, but I found one at one store and one at another. But if you find these, be sure to pick these up, because these are really good quality brushes. They're like synthetic brushes. Packer brush that I use to pack on the shadows. This packed on color really well. I would use this to pack, and I wouldn't swipe with this, but I would use this to pack on your color first, and this is a good like packing brush. Now, with the first impressions of me trying on the stuff I got from Ulta, the Morphe foundation, I might have to play with different combinations, because right now I'm not liking the way it's sitting on my face. I have to spray my face one more time with setting spray to see if I like it, but if you have really dry skin, I don't think I would recommend this. I mean, I didn't have to set the rest of my face because it dried down really good, but it looks really makeup-y. But I'm gonna test this out with some other products, some more like illuminating products, to see if I could get this to where I like it, because I think if I use the right products with this, I might actually really like this. I like the little buffing brush. It's a nice little buffing brush. It's really dense, and it blends things really nice down the neck and stuff. This is a really good one. I would pick this up. This is the M439 brush. And as far as the ColourPop brow pencil, the Brow Boss, I thought this was alright. It wasn't my favorite brow pencil I've ever used. It's only like, I think, $5 or $6 at Ulta and on their website. And I feel like with this, you kind of have to press down really hard to even get like a little bit of color payoff. So I recommend, if you're gonna get a cheaper eyeliner pencil, I would recommend getting the Wet n Wild one. I feel like that has more color payoff than this, and you don't have to press as hard. But this is not a bad eyebrow pencil. It's just, it wasn't one of my favorites out of everything I got today. ColourPop concealers, I think these are really good. These aren't like full coverage for under your eyes or anything, but these have a good consistency like the Wet n Wild concealers. And I feel like if you're on a budget and you're at Ulta and you haven't tried it, I feel like go ahead and try it. I really like this white shade for using with colorful looks. It helps, like the consistency is not super thick and it's not super thin either, but these are really good. I would recommend trying these out and see if you guys like these. These are more for like natural people who don't want super full coverage under your eyes, but you want just a little bit of coverage and a little bit of luminosity. I believe these are really good. The lip scrub and the lip balm, these are like $4 or $5, and I mean, the only reason I bought these because I thought these were really cute, and I like lip scrubs and lip balms. But I feel like if you're collecting this Pac-Man collection, unless you want every single piece in the collection, I would probably skip out on these and save your money. They're not bad, but they're not, I wouldn't say they're worth $5. I know $5 doesn't seem like a lot, but unless you absolutely want these in your collection and you think they're really adorable, I wouldn't recommend these. But for the cuteness and the packaging and the, I don't know, this smells really good. I would recommend it just for the smell of this. But these are really cute, and I mean, if you just want these, I would pick these up. If not, you're not really missing out if you're not picking these up, because you can just go get a regular chapstick if you want, and it would do the same thing that this would. This is like a sugary texture mixed with like a little, feels like sugary and oily. It makes your lips really hydrated. I mean, it's a good product, but if you can't afford to get the whole collection, I would just skip out on these. Blush palette, this one right here, the one with all the fruits on it. I think this is a really good blush palette. I feel like they should have put 2 more like deeper tones, and they should have did like 2 matte shades and 2 shimmer shades, and each for each skin tone. I feel like these won't work for everybody. They're really light, and they would only work for somebody of my complexion, or maybe lighter, maybe a little bit tanner. But I feel like if you have deeper skin, that this wouldn't work out for you guys, because it has a good color payoff, but I don't know if it would show up the way you would want it to. A bunch of people are buying these. I was looking online just to see if they were in store anywhere, and a bunch of people are just selling these online like way overpriced. So I would recommend, if you're just trying to collect it, that this would be worth just having in your collection. One of the best collaborations that I've seen any brand come out with so far. It's been my favorite. I've been the most excited for it recently. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this collection for you guys. And like I said, if you actually go on Wet n Wild's website, they have a PR bundle, and it's shaped like the Pac-Man head, and it has everything. There's still a couple more items I didn't have. Like, I think the only thing I didn't have was the nail polish and maybe one more thing. I'm not sure, but they have the whole collection for $70, rather than if you buy these individually, you'll end up spending more than $70. I think I spent like 80 or 90 bucks just piecing it together. So I would recommend, if you want the collection, go to their website and buy the big bundle and save yourself some money if you want every single item. If not, just pick up the individual items that you want, and I think you guys will be satisfied with it. Like a warmer for your eye, I popped on some eyeliner and my roller lash mascara. I use the my favorite eyeliner at the moment is the Sex Kitten eyeliner from Tarte. That's what I use for my eyes, and since I have hooded eyes, I find that this is a good eyeliner. It doesn't transfer to the top of my lid if I do too big of a line. So this is my favorite eyeliner at the moment. Yeah, so I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video and enjoyed the look that I came up with. I think it's really cute. I might have to play around with that foundation, like I said, and see if it's just a foundation that looks this way, if I can fix it with the products that I use with this, and maybe just hydrate my face a little more and exfoliate a little more, and see if this would work better with some other products that I have. This was just a first impression, and it looks a little makeup-y, but I think maybe the more it warms up on my skin, it might look a little better, because the swatch that I swatched earlier on my arm is still there, and I keep rubbing it and it's not coming off. So I feel like this is a good if you can prep your face right. I feel like this is a good product that won't slip and slide all over your face, and I feel like this would have a long wear time if you can get it to look the way that you want it to. So I'm going to set my face one more time. Sometimes setting sprays, I like to set like once during the middle of all my stuff, and then after all my makeup's on, just to see how it's looking, and getting more of a hydrating or illuminating setting spray. I think that would help the foundation as well. Like, I just sprayed some of my Pixie Rose Glow Mist on top. Hoped it melts in a little bit more, and I'm going to wear it throughout the day and see if it continues to look more makeup-y or if it sets into the skin really nice. I'll let you guys know how it wears. And please stay tuned. Every Monday night at 10 p.m. I will have a video posted for you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys.